Hey all, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing great. Today we are going to solve one more LeetCode medium level problem, increasing triplet subsequence. Let's try to understand the problem statement. We will be given an integer array nums and we need to return true. If there exists a triplet of indices I, j, k such that I should be less than j, which should be less than k, and their values also in the same order. That means I should be less than j, j should be less than k. Okay, nums of I, j, k, I mean to say. If no such indices exist, we need to return false. Okay, let's try to understand this problem statement in diagram. Assume we will be given one integer array something like this. Okay, if we carefully observe, our answer is going to be true. Why? Because let's assume this is I, this is j, this is k. Okay, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. So 0 less than 1 less than 2, it satisfies first condition. The next condition is their values. So 1 less than 2 less than 3. Okay, their values. It also satisfies the given condition. That's the reason I said it's true. Okay. In some cases, it is going to be false. So let's assume this. So looking at this input, the answer is going to be false because we are not going to get a solution here which satisfies these two conditions. That's all about the problem. So basically we need to find a triplet and we need to return true if the triplet what you can say follows these two conditions. Okay, let's try to understand how we can solve this problem. I'm going to take a different example. 215046. First, let's try to understand whether this array going to give us true or else false. Yes, it is going to give true. The reason is 0, 4, 6. This is index 3, this is index 4, this is index 5. Right? So 3 less than 4 less than 5, that's satisfied. 0 less than 4 less than 6, that also satisfied. Is there any other way? Yes. Here 2, 5, 6. This is index 0, this is index 2, this is index 5. 0 less than 2 less than 5, 2 less than 5 less than 6. That is also possible thing. Okay. We need to return here in this case true. Okay, let's try to understand how we can solve this. The basic and what is the Navi approach that you're getting in your mind. So it may be answer of big of n cube, right? The reason why I'm saying is first we take for loop for I, then we take nested j loop, then we take nested k loop. Okay, it's something like for I here, then for j, then for k, right? So with this approach, we can able to solve this problem. But the problem here is if you look at the constraints, okay, the length of the array, that means the number of elements in the array is going to be 5 into 10 to the power of 5, which is such a huge data set. Okay, so if you solve the problem in this direction and submit, it will give you time limit exception. Okay, because it is not an optimized solution. So we need to solve this in a optimized way. Okay, let's try to see how we can solve. So what you're getting into your thought, if you know the first, if you know the second, that means assume I value nums of I or nums of j, can't you return true if the next number is greater than second? The order is something like first is assigned with 0, let's assume. Second assigned with 1 value. And if you get a 2, okay, can't you return there and then true? You can, right? So that's a simple walkthrough. Let's try to see how we are going to solve exactly. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take two variables, first comma second. Okay, by default these are going to ascend with integer dot max. Okay, both integer dot max. Then I'm going to iterate through this array only once. Remember, first 2 is 2 less than or equal to first. You are right, it is. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace my max with the 2. Then I come here 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 2? Yes. Then I'm going to make it 1. Okay. Then 5. Is 5 less than or equal to 1? No. But second one, is 5 less than or equal to max? Yes. Then max will be replaced with 5. Then 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 1? Yes. Then this will be striked off. First is going to hold 0. Then 4. Okay, we are at 4. Is 4 less than or equal to 0? No. Is 4 less than or equal to 5? Yes. Then second will be replaced with 4. Then 6. Is 6 less than or equals to 0? No. 6 less than or equals to 4? No. That means 6 is greater than second, right? Then immediately you can return true. That's it. I hope you got the logic. Let's try to understand time complexity. Since we are iterating through array once, it's going to be big of n. The space complexity is going to be 1. That's it. So basically these two variables are playing a vital role in determining whether this is a triplet or else not. That's it. Let's try to solve it. So I'm taking my last submission so that you can clearly understand. You see I took first and second. By default this will be assigned with the max. Then I iterate through the nums of array. If the given number is less than or equal to first, then I assign that number to first. Else if given number is less than or equal to second, then I'm going to assign it to second. Else, okay, if these two conditions are not possible, then I'm going to return true because the third number absolutely going to be greater than second only. Okay, then we can uh, return true. In worst case, we need to return false. That means there is no such triplet exist. That's all for this code. Let's give a run. Yeah, it accepted. Let's give a submit. Yeah, it got submitted successfully. It took 2 milliseconds to run and it beaten 99.61 online Java submissions. That's all for this video. I hope you learned and love the content of this video. If you're really liking my content, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to tap the bell icon. It is a great motivation for me. And till then, bye bye.